Hey everybody, welcome back to another Judgment commentary of Owarimonogatari, second season, but today we're going to be checking out episode 4, Hitagi Rendezvous, part 2, but in part 1, we got ourselves a very interesting episode because it was very reminiscent of the episode at the end of Bake, you know, when Araragi and Senjugahara went on that date. It was very, very similar to it. We had the way that Senjugahara asked him out on the date, we had them, having a nice little chat in the car on the way there. There was even the subject of space that got brought up. It was quite familiar. And honestly, hearkening back to the end of Bake is a very interesting idea because it kind of helps to bookend the series, so to speak. Remind us of where we started and how far we've come. So yeah, I thought it was a nice creative decision to frame the episode this way, to harken back to the end of Bakemonogatari, and we did get some good information about where we're going to go from here, such as that Araragi picked up on a little thing that Senjugahara said about the shape of the map of the universe. She informed Araragi that the shape of a map of the universe is not square like one of the Earth, it is instead shaped like a fan. And the word for fan happens to be ogi. Because that's the thing about the word ogi, in Japanese it can refer to a lot of different stuff, including secrets. It's often used in words referring to darkness. Of course it is. And the shape in which they use to map out the observable universe being a fan, and the fact that fan, it can also mean ogi. Yeah, this ain't no coincidence. It was honestly a very nice, relaxing episode that put a lot of Araragi's character growth throughout the series on full display, which is always nice to see. But for now, let's see what Hitagi Rendezvous Part 2 has to offer. Well, this episode has a lot of mixed stuff going on. We had some wonderfully wholesome stuff involving Senjugahara and Araragi. Just really nice stuff that ties everything together with them up so perfectly. And then we got the Ogi stuff, which brings upon the mystery, because she was trying to say at the end that she is in fact not the darkness, that's a misunderstanding, and she says, oh, I would never do anything to hurt you, that it was a lie that she called out the hit upon him. And she wants Araragi to either back out of this conflict, or to just be her ally directly. With what Ogi is saying, it means that someone is lying to and manipulating him. Someone, it's either Gaien or Ogi, because he's getting conflicting information from the two of them. Perhaps at best here, Ogi did in fact tell him to kill Araragi and Shinobu, but she did so knowing full well Tadatsuru wouldn't end up going through with it. Maybe. Araragi specifically mentioned, by the way, the unbalanced galaxies. That was a factor that Senjugahara brought up, that the galaxies and the stars and everything in the universe are not equally distributed. It's not 50-50. And, well, we know for one thing that Ogi does not like when things are imbalanced like that. She also referred to the fact that there is a penalty for bringing people back from the dead, and that, well, Gaien would probably be punished in some way for bringing Araragi back. And she said that Ononoki was actually resurrected from the dead, and it was those who brought her back who suffered consequences. We know that Ononoki had been technically resurrected from the dead, but that would imply that she's still the same person she was beforehand, before she died, and not just a reanimated corpse. Also, she gave a little hint to her identity as the principles of the universe. Not helpful. Hey guys, PJ from the future here with messy hair because I needed to add this little bit into the video because I did not say enough about certain things when I was originally recording this, so here I am now to say that genuinely, seriously, all the stuff with Araragi and Senjugahara was so sincere and touching. Just getting to see them actually just hang out and do all kinds of fun stuff together, even though the scenes of it were very, short and it was just a quick little montage of it, it was nice just to get to see Araragi and her just chill and have fun and just be normal, because that's something that Araragi has genuinely missed. He hasn't gotten to do a lot of things like that. So the fact that we actually got to see it just be totally normal and uninterrupted for a little bit was nice. I mean, yeah, he got interrupted in the middle of the frickin' planetarium, but after that, it was just a straight shot all the way up until the end of the date, where they had the really touching moment where he was going to basically swear to always be obedient to her, and then even called her by her first name, Hitagi, which is something he just didn't do before. Always called her Senjigahara, when really she wanted him to call her Hitagi. He just didn't do it until she asked. And I was too busy hopelessly racking my brain trying to figure out some of the Ogi stuff that I kind of blew right past the actually genuinely great moments of this episode that centered around Araragi and Senjigahara. And not only that, but just the art direction and animation in some of those scenes actually looked really good. I mean, I pointed out the beautiful sunset, but really the coloring of that shot and just how wonderfully done it was, it set the mood so good. But that's it. That's my new addition to the video here. Let's just cut back to the less collected parts of this, shall we? Well, I guess I'm gonna need to stop and think about this one, so I'll just be considering just what Ogi was talking about and discuss that next time. But for now, I think that's all I gotta say, guys. So, thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. Subscribe to be updated on more. That would be great. Next time, we got episode 5, the beginning of the last arc of Owari's second season. Looks like that epic battle is about to begin between Gaien and Ogi, and Ogi has just asked Araragi not even just to stay out of it, but to be her ally in this fight. When you ask the guy for help, it is very rare that he backs down, but he just has to try to do what he thinks is right, I suppose. And I can't stop thinking about how this episode was structured, in that it was pretty much bookended by scenes with Ogi. It was just Ogi at the beginning, wholesome, lovely date in the middle, and then more Ogi at the end. But for now, with what Ogi's saying about not being the darkness but having distinct connections to the empty void of the universe, as well as to Araragi himself, leaves a lot to consider. But we'll see exactly what goes down next time. Hope to catch you guys there, but till then, I will see you guys later!